Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today it's Friday and that means Plant Chat Day. Yay!
It's Friday. How is it Friday already? I swear these weeks are just flying by.
Wow.
But we're going to be talking about one of our most favorite spring flowering bulbs today, daffodils.
Daffodils.
And we've got a lot of different types of daffodils to show you, but not all of them are totally in bloom yet.
Not yet.
And also we have some aftercare to show you because some of our daffodils are
they're ready to be, they're ready to be deadheaded.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to show you all that and some aftercare.
And you guys stick around till the end of the video because we're going to be announcing our new giveaway. We're a couple days late getting it to you guys, so we apologize for that.
Sorry guys.
We kind of, we've had some things come up this week. Yeah. But we are super excited to tell you about the newest giveaway. And if you're following us over on Instagram, you might already know what it is.
Yeah, you might have heard already, but we're having a separate giveaway here, so stay tuned to the end.
So you guys, this is one big cluster of daffodils that we have in this container here from Crescent Gardens that we just planted these this year. These are tete-a-tete daffodils that we picked up at our favorite nursery here nearby. It's called Watson's Greenhouse. And you can see, look at these cute little, perfect looking daffodils. You can see they've got a little cup in the center, kind of a trumpet shape. Now daffodils come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. These are kind of what you probably picture as traditional daffodils, kind of the yellow with the yellow center. But there are daffodils that have white petals with a yellow center, or like a white center, or even an apricot or orange colored center. I mean, there's all different kind of varieties. So you can really probably find a daffodil, depending on what color kind of scheme you want. So daffodils come from what's called a true bulb, and they're planted in the fall. It's a fall planted bulb that bloom in the spring. They will come back year after year if you live in the right zone. Usually zones 3 through 9 can consider daffodils a perennial, and they will multiply and spread underground.
So guys, Allison just told you about the tete-a-tetes. Here's a little bit different kind of daffodil. This came in a mix from Eden Brothers, and so this is a little bit taller. It's going to have larger flowers. It's not fully open yet, but that's okay. It's just going to be a little bit later than the other daffodils. These are beautiful plants. Now, something to consider is daffodils, when they're actively growing and they're going to flower and they're flowering, they need full sun. They're not going to do really well at all if they're in partial sun or shade, because they need that full sun to actively grow, get those flowers out, have those bright blooms. Now, after they're done flowering and they actually die back down to the ground and they go dormant, partial shade is preferred. So that's something to consider when you're actually siting these out and where you want to plant these in your garden. Now, daffodils do need, while they're growing and flowering, they do need regular watering. So you'll need to take that in consideration too when you're actually buying these and where you're going to place them in your garden. So guys, with the soil, you want to make sure you have well-draining, fertile soil. Daffodils will grow in a lot of different kinds of soil. We've got them in this potting soil right here, outdoor potting soil, but they'll grow under different conditions of fertility and different draining types of soils, but they prefer well draining. Now, daffodils are susceptible to some different kinds of rot if they're kept too wet, if they grow in too much water. They're also susceptible to snails, slugs, aphids, and there's a couple other bugs out there. So be aware of that, especially where you live. If you're not sure what is in your area, talk to your extension agent, your state extension agent there, or county extension agent, and see what the daffodils are going to be susceptible to in your garden, in your area. So guys, we're on the other side of our deck. This is a different pot. It's also got some daffodils here, you can see. These guys are going to be a little bit taller than the other ones you just saw. Again, it's from a mix from Eden Brothers. They're still going to need the same requirements: well-draining soil, regular watering, full sun. They're getting all that right now, so they're going to be just super happy right here. Some companion plants that go really well with daffodils. You probably already know some of these. Tulips, even like grape hyacinth, which we've got actually in here. And these guys are just starting to come up. They're beautiful. Now, something you might not have thought of is alliums. Now, we've got these right here, and they are starting to pop up out of the ground. These are big, giant just these purple balls of color. They're beautiful. And so we can't wait to see those again. We had them last year. And but these are just some ideas of some companion plantings. Definitely tulips. You can get some pansies. I mean, even these guys over here, you can see this is something that we've planted before. We've got cyclamen and even some English daisies. And also we got our little Balstracine in here. But anyway, just some ideas for what to plant these guys with. I mean, even if you wanted a little contrast, texture and color, go with Dusty Miller. Some Dusty Miller in a pot with these guys planted around with these daffodils. That'd be awesome. So guys, while we're out here, you might have noticed some of these tete-a-tetes here, they need to be deadheaded. They're spent. And so what we want to do when we do this is, so just so you know, my favorite pruners, if you don't know, Corona Classic Cut hand pruners, great little guys here. So we'll put a link down below for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what we do and what the best practice is for these. So you can see there's all these leaves coming up. You got your flowers, stems, and stalk here. Yeah, this guy's done. So what you do is you get in here and you want to take just the stem out of the flower. You don't want to take the leaves out yet. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So get down here and you can see I'm going down right with my pruners, right down as far as I can go. And I'm just going to snip that off. And that's it. That's all you do when you want to deadhead and get these spent blooms out. Leave the rest of the leaves. And the reason for that is even though it's done flowering and you're not going to see that flower color and all the beauty from that, so you still need to let these plants go through their natural process of photosynthesizing and gathering all that energy to then get it back down into the bulbs down below the ground, so then they can go dormant and then still go through the reproductive cycle, so they can then divide out basically and produce more bulbs underneath the ground to keep their whole biological process going. So cut off the dead flowers, leave the green leaves.
Okay, you guys, we're out in our front yard now and we're going to continue along a little daffodil tour around our yard. So we've got these really cute little mini daffs that just popped up a couple days ago. So there's more coming in. There's a weed here. Get that out of there. That's interesting.
So cute and pretty.
Aren't those so cute? Look at
Yeah.
those. They're a lot smaller than the tete-a-tete daffs that we have in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some more over here in this cute little basket with all these beautiful primroses. Look how bright that is. Nice. And we've got a mum coming up in the middle, so that's another potential companion plant. Mm-hmm. Primroses, another option. So there's so many options with daffodils. Mm-hmm. You really have an unlimited supply of things that you can plant them with. And as you saw in the backyard, we just put a whole bunch of daffodils together in one mono container. Okay, you guys, continuing on the tour here, these are some new daffs that we just planted this past fall, and we cannot wait. Look at, they're starting to pop. These are geranium daffodils that we got from Color Blends.
Wow.
So you can see, what's so exciting about these is look how many flowers are on this one stem.
They have so many per stem.
There's like 5 flowers right there.
Wow.
There's at least 2 on this one, maybe 3. I mean, multi-flowered. And they're smaller. They're a little bit shorter, as you can see, compared to some of the other daffs we had in the backyard.
Yeah, guys,
so,
guys, too, we didn't tell you that your daffodils, they're going to range from about 8 inches all the way up to probably 16 to 18 inches. So, I mean, there's a range in height, too, depending on which ones you get.
That's true. And it's fun to kind of experiment a little bit. And as you can see on our video, we have a lot of different types of daffs, different heights and different colors. And we wish more of them were in bloom, but we'll give you an update when they come in because they're really pretty. So those are fun. And these are scented as well. Some daffs are scented.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So we've got some more coming in right here.
Oh, yeah. Look at them.
They're a little bit behind the other ones.
Yeah, and you can see we've, just for companion plantings, there's, like Allison's saying, primrose, and there's some tulips right there. So, I mean, we're practicing what we're telling you, too. So.
And a squirrel hole.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some, another grouping. We've got crocus everywhere, but another grouping of daffs right here.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Here's one that's almost ready to pop.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this one was from Eden Brothers.
So, guys, a couple other things we wanted to tell you. First off, the daffodil plant pieces, any part of the plant, it's toxic. So if you ingest it, it's going to induce vomiting. It can upset your stomach. There's a couple other things that can happen. So just don't eat any piece of it. Yeah, above ground or below ground. Another thing is daffodils are actually native to Northern Europe, which is super cool.
You know what else I think is really cool? We forgot to mention, daffodils are in the amaryllis family, and they're actually related to like onions and leeks and chives and all kinds of garlic.
That's so cool.
I know. So unfortunately not an edible
Yeah,
bulb. The
don't
other
eat it.
ones are.
Yeah.
They're also related to snowdrops and of course amaryllis. But that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. So guys, we've come to the end of the daffodil plant chat. Now it's time for the giveaway. You guys ready?
So you guys, again, if you've already seen this, you know what's coming, but we are giving away, with the help of Garai Gardening.
Thank you, Garai.
Thank you, Garai. One vertical wall planter.
Woohoo! Look at that.
So this is this week's giveaway starting today
So
on
cool.
Friday, and we're gonna run this until next Tuesday since we were a couple days late on getting this out to you. Comment below if you'd like to win this and let us know why you want this.
Yeah, where are you gonna put it?
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Yep.
It has 6 little removable little trays that you can plant anything you want. It can be used inside and outside, so that's really cool.
And it's super strong framing,
Yeah, it is.
and it's really light. You would think it's not because it's super strong framing, super light. So you can put it in a lot of different places, real versatile.
I know, it's very sturdy, it's very well made. So sorry to say that it has to be a US only address and no PO boxes.
No P.O. boxes,
So
guys.
sorry about that, but please enter if you're interested. And
Yeah, guys, and congratulations to the 2 winners last week who won the Little Dibbies, and they won a Little Dibby each and 5 different seed packets from Botanical Interest.
Yay!
Yeah, so those are going out.
Congrats, Sherry and Dana. Yay!
Yeah, Sherry and Dana, woo!
Those are on their way to you very soon.
So with that, guys, that's it for today. Leave your comments and questions down below for us. We love hearing from you. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
Yep, we hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and come join us tomorrow morning on our weekly Saturday morning live at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Cool.
So we'll be hanging out, chatting about plants, about gardening.
Yeah, guys, come by tomorrow, say hi in the chat, bring your coffee or tea, and just a heads up, we're talking about spring planted summer flowering bulbs.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
So we'll give you a heads up on that. So yeah, until then, guys, have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.